Mr. YouTuber 3744 says Flumtaffen says hi guys, today we're doing B to Brighton. Subwinterboy says yes. Subwinterboy says with announcements. Flumtaffen says should I start filming? Subwinterboy says yes. Flumtaffen says go. Mr. YouTuber 3744 Flumtaffen says let's go. Mr. YouTuber 3700 Subwinterboy says wrong way. Subwinterboy says wo. Mr. YouTuber 3744 teleported Mr. YouTuber 3744 to Subwinterboy. Subwinterboy says that way. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says okay. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says who's gotta win? Mr. YouTuber 3744 Subwinterboy says Flumtaffen says this is 145 Street. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says who? Flumtaffen says transfer to a CD. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says okay. Flumtaffen says 135 Street. Flumtaffen says the next stop is 116 GH Street. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says we're at 125 Street. Subwinterboy says next stop is 116 Street. Flumtaffen says this is one. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says next stop is 106. Subwinterboy. Flumtaffen says this is 110 Street. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says okay PK. Flumtaffen says this is 103 Street. Flumtaffen says this is 96 Street. Flumtaffen says the next stop is 86 Street. Subwinterboy. Flumtaffen says this is 86 Street. Flumtaffen says 81 Street Mon. Flumtaffen says 72. Subwinterboy says I go. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says this is 72 Street. Flumtaffen says this is 59th Street. Flumtaffen says this is 7 Ave 53 Street. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says this is 59 Street Columbus Circle. Flumtaffen says this is Bryant Packer 42 Street. Subwinterboy says wrong rail. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says what station do I go to? I was EXP. Subwinter Boy says you. Mr. YouTuber 3700. Subwinter Boy says you. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says okay. Flumtaffen says this is 34th Street Herald Square. Transfers to the D. F. M. N. Q. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says this is 72. Subwinter Boy says. Flumtaffen says this is West 4th Street, Washington Square. Transfers to the A, C, D, E, F and M trains. Mr. YouTuber 3744. Mr. YouTuber 3744. Teleported Mr. YouTuber 3744 to Subwinter Boy. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says I go lock now. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says lockuk. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says loca. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says local. Subwinter Boy says yes at Bryson local. Subwinter Boy says. Flumtaffen says this is Grand Street, transfer to the D. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says who? Mr. YouTuber 3744 says? Mr. YouTuber 3744 says who's gotta win? Mr. YouTuber 3744. Teleported Mr. YouTuber 3744 to Subwinter Boy. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says I went to the wrong rail. Squid 7,377,000. Flumtaffen says hi Squid. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says hi Squid. Flumtaffen says can I please join one of your underground worlds? Squid 7,377,093 says hello guy. Flumtaffen says can I join TFS? Mr. YouTuber 3744 says bye Squid, I will come back in a minute. Flimtaffin says Squid can Subwintaboy says I join you after we finish this line. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says hey Squid, you forgot. Flimtaffin says nah, I think he's AFK. Squid 7,377,093 says Flimtaffin says okay. Subwintaboy says Flimtaffin says is that Nachuanal Rail? Flimtaffin says can I plus join? Squid 7,377,093 says I haven't forgot you. I can't just reply to everyone at once at MR. Youtuber 3744. Flimtaffin says can you invite me? Mr. YouTuber 3744 says Squid 7,377,093 says well, the only national rail there is the 378. Squid 7,300,000. Flimtaffin says okay. Flimtaffin says please can I? Squid 7,377,093 says I said I'll decide. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says Squid is not my friend. Flimtaffin says okay. Flimtaffin says just stop. Squid 7,377,093. Teleported Squid 7,377,093 to Subwintaboy. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says now. Can't play anymore. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says because Squid is not my friend. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says. Flimtaffin says OMG I'm so sorry Squid. Squid 7,377,093 says since when did I ever say that? Flimtaffin says be nice to Squid. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says okay. Flimtaffin says he makes good videos. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says but I'm sad he's not my friend. Mr. YouTuber 3744 says. Squid 7,377,093 says I think I'll. Mr. YouTuber 3744 left the game. Subwintaboy says bye Squid. Squid 7,377,093 says this is getting bit awkward and bit embarrassing. Flimtaffin says nee he's let. Flimtaffin says Ike. Flimtaffin says now he's left. Flimtaffin says I'm sorry Squid that's our friend. Squid 7,377,000. Flimtaffin says no. Flimtaffin, set the time to 2,881,000. Flimtaffin, teleported Flimtaffin to Squid 7,377,093. Flimtaffin says Squid like my skin. Squid 7,377,093 says yes. Flumtaffin says are you mods retextured Minikert Squid? Subwinterboy says thank you guys so much for watching, like, share and subscribe. Subwinterboy Squid 7,377,000 Subwinterboy says thanks for joining.